everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Spencer. I am going on a little trip from North Carolina to Talladega Super Speedway. My plan is to camp out Saturday and Sunday. I've got a bunch of stuff in the back here. Hopefully I packed enough stuff and all the correct stuff for camping, because Talladega does allow you to camp out in their free camping zones with a ticket to the NASCAR Sunday race. So hopefully that goes well, and whether it does or does not, you'll be here to see all of it. Let's hope this goes well. Let me know where else you'd like me to explore in terms of the sports worlds. Let's take you on a trip down to Talladega. I should mention, at the time of filming, Hurricane Helene, I think it is, rips through North Carolina, and my GPS has me going through I-85. I don't know if it's going to reroute me or if I'm just going to be stuck in a bunch of traffic, but I'll be documenting that as well, so fingers crossed. The good news, we made it to Atlanta. The bad news is we're in traffic. Just one of the things that this big city produces and is known for is traffic. It's comparable to DC. I don't know how comparable it is to Los Angeles or other big metropolitan cities, but let me know, how does Atlanta compare to those if you have experienced either one of them? Like, for real, this is the HOV lane. This is the fast lane. This is the one you pay extra to go quicker in. Why is it not quicker? After that little spat, I managed to get through Atlanta and get to College Park, where I did the responsible thing and split the trip into two parts. Probably a sign that I'm getting older, but not before I had some good-ass Mexican food here at La Fiesta, right next to the hotel I was staying at. Some good steak fajitas, some queso dip, and some margaritas is always the way to my heart. Especially if the margarita is frozen and in its own liquor bottle with tahini on the side. Get this at your own risk. I don't want to tell you how much I paid for it, but luckily a hotel was right next door, so I was able to stumble right back. And thank goodness for the 11 a.m. checkout, because if I had to get up at 8, I would be a mess. As you can tell by my new shirt, this is the next day. Really hard to keep a train of thought when the GPS keeps interrupting.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 239.
See what I mean? See you at the Coke Museum. Change of plans. I am going to skip the Coca-Cola world for now. $20 for parking. No thank you. So I'm gonna go have lunch at the Varsity and plot my moves. Honestly, the Varsity was nothing to write home about. I know it's been an institute of Atlanta for just under 100 years at this point, but the food was kinda okay at best. Definitely not worth just over $13 I spent on this meal. I wouldn't spend more than $8 on a meal like this personally. I think the appeal of it is that it's so close to Georgia Tech, and broke college students come over here and get a good, decent meal for less than what you would pay for an equivalent meal at Chipotle, somewhere like that. I don't know. Y'all tell me, what's the appeal of this place? Not even the orange thing was enough to save it for me. I'm sorry, y'all. After that experience, I drove the 1.5 hours from Atlanta to Talladega. I had some plans to go to Birmingham and explore a few things, but my time and my budget kind of ran out, and I didn't really feel like doing it. I wanted to spend more time at Talladega, really get to know the area, since I hadn't been since I was 9, and I didn't get to fully experience it then. So I drove up to my camping site, which was Geico West C, which is free with a Sunday race ticket, and set up camp for the night. So here we are, Talladega Super Speedway. I'm at the West C gate of camping. It comes free with purchasing a Sunday Cup Series race ticket. I'm taking full advantage of that right now. I got my car under a tree. Give me some nice shade and some privacy. That's why I came on the Saturday. That way I can get first dibs on one of these. So I've got a cooler here, packed with a whole bunch of goodies. I'm not the best packer when it comes to all this stuff, but hey, it'll work. But also got stuff to sleep in, so later on I'm gonna show you my sleeping arrangement, but now we're gonna take a walk around Talladega. I did skip both Coke World in Atlanta and also anything in Birmingham. I figure this will be enough entertainment for a weekend, since we got a concert tonight and obviously got the infield garage area and the race tomorrow, so that should be enough for us. So I've got these window covers from WeatherTech. Now, the cool thing about them is when you put them up in your window, the inside, it blacks it out. That way it stays several degrees cooler, and the outside reflects the sun out. In the wintertime, you can reverse them. The dark side will absorb all the heat from the sun and warm up the car, whereas in the warmer times, keeps the inside cool. I actually got there in time to catch the last few laps of the Xfinity race thanks to a quick $7 resale ticket on Ticketmaster. Thank you for that. This isn't the Cup race. The Cup race is tomorrow. For those non-NASCAR fans out there, the Xfinity series in terms of the feeder system is the series before the Cup series, aka the top level. I will stand back and let the engines roar. Yeah, it looks like I'm burnt a little bit, but these nice Alabama Raceway Ministries give me a burger and a water. And they got breakfast tomorrow, so do I pretend to be religious for some free breakfast? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, note to self, make sure you make a list of just everything you need. I had to run out of the campgrounds and go get a $12 folding chair from the local Dollar Tree. It just makes things a lot more difficult because it was really dark and just trying to find my way back, but learn from my mistakes, y'all. After getting back to the campground, freshening up a little bit, it was time to go make my way to the infield for a free concert in the infield of Talladega and take a stroll down Talladega Boulevard, as best I could, of course. Not what it cost, $9. While the concert was free with the purchase of a Sunday race ticket, it wasn't an artist I was particularly interested in, so I instead decided to go take a stroll down Talladega Boulevard. I didn't actually go inside the proper Talladega Boulevard because I was pretty sure you needed a special wristband to get in there, but I did try and capture the essence of it. Let me know, was I wrong to assume that I needed a certain wristband for this? Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go to bed, and I just want to let you see my setup. I've got a little pad here, I've got blanket, pillow. Front seat of my car is all the way up. No, I'm not gonna sleep in this, but you can't see that because I'd get demonetized if I'd let you saw that. Anyway, see y'all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. I got a decent night's sleep. Wow. This is a major discovery here. If shit hits the fan and I can't afford a hotel room, I could just put these things up in the window, shout out WeatherTech, and I got me a decent place to sleep. Car camping is a thing, y'all. How about we go make us some breakfast? Not a sponsored deal, but check this thing out. This is called the Crunch Cup. In the middle here, you got your cereal, and on the outside, you got milk. You put them in, and it's like you don't need a bowl, you don't need a spoon for cereal. Look at that. And the cereal stays crunchy. Good for on the go of your cereal level. My favorite day of the week, race day. Especially since I splurged and got the VIP infield garage experience. Let me show you what that's like. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Oh my god. This is a dream come true for me. Look how close I am to the garages. Tell me another sport where you can get this close to the action. This is honestly one of the best splurges I ever did. I didn't splurge enough that I could watch the race from that terrace right there, but this was a dream come true nonetheless. Seeing old cars like Dale Jr.'s 2001 Daytona win and access to both pit lane and victory lane was awesome. Now just imagine that this next picture was taken between me beating Dale Jr. by 0.5 one-thousandths of a second and getting thrown out of an Applebee's. Got that? Good. Before we get to the two main attractors of the infield garage experience, I gotta show you these food prices. I'm sure the price of the premium upgrade helped offset the cost of these, but the fact that I bought chicken tenders, fries, a Busch Light, and a Coke for only $12 including tip, I don't think you can get that anywhere. Plus, they were juicy and delicious. Next up was Big Bill's Tent. Had a few of the garages that I'll show in a minute, plus a lot of food deals, and a lot of big screen TVs to watch the race, which I don't know why you would do that, but anywhere that has some great Cabo cocktails, like this Cabo Wabo Smoke Show, sign me up. Not blocked somewhere. Oh, baby. Sweet. Good thing only having one. Before we go to the seat, want to show you two real cool things. First, right here is the fact that you can walk into the garages and see the cars being worked on before they go out to the track. That is super cool. Unfortunately, I got there a little late, so I wasn't able to see any of the drivers. Unfortunately, that's what you get for partying a little too hard on Talladega Boulevard the night before. But what made up for it was being able to walk through pit lane and onto the track. Check this out. The Ricky Bobby car. Ryan Priest. If you ain't first, you're last. Oh yeah, that's SVG's car for our non-American, for our New Zealanders. Tyler Reddick's car. Currently leading the point standings for regular season. Kyle Larson and Cecilia. Last little perk of this VIP package was being able to walk on pit road and actually walk onto the track and go to the start finish line. If you had a marker on you, you could sign your name on the start finish line. Unfortunately, I didn't think to do that because why would I do that? Plus, I was too chicken shit to ask someone for their own marker. Oh well. All right, got my fill in the infield. And now, we're heading up to our seats here at Talladega. Nobody's stopping me. I'm glad I'm coming as an adult now, because I'm not saying I'm ungrateful for the fact that Dad took me and my mom and my brother to Talladega, but it was 2003. Dale Jr. won the race. It was caution-free, and all the Hendrick boys, including my boy Jeff Gordon, all lost an engine within the first 5 laps, so it wasn't enjoyable for me. Now, 32, and I can have my own fun. Maybe my future wife and kids will come with me, but whatever. Getting winded just walking up the stairs.
This is more than a race!
This is Talladega!
That's the way you do it! Love you guys, you're the best fans in all sports! Driver! Start your engine!
Woo! With all the things that change in NASCAR, Talladega racing remains the same. Bumper to bumper, 3 and 4 wide. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to win. And add to the fact that it's a very fan-friendly racetrack, I would come here every opportunity I got. Those who follow the sport, you know what happened in the race. I'm not going to harp on the details of that. For the most part, I'm going to let the engines roar for themselves. Enjoy.
It's
Chastain being helped out of the car by the AMR safety team. That was a hard hit for Chastain, but he is okay. He is walking to the edge of the collecting not only Ross Chastain, looks like Joey Logano may have gotten some damage. Here with Logano, you see Blaney just come up right in front of him.
Lady, what are you doing? Going around 2 laps on a bad tire. What the hell? This is hilarious. Lady is trying to get every lap man. Make sure you get every point possible in these playoffs. What playoffs do in NASCAR? About 20 to go. Green flag pit stops are about to happen. Start to get dicey around here. Stops have been completed. The field has been spread out a little bit due to all the pit stops. It's going to be at least one caution there.
Basically, the entire field comes to grief, crashing, spinning, and spiraling down to the bottom of the end of the back straightaway. It's easier to tell who made it through versus who didn't, because the whole pack comes apart on the back straightaway.
Not an exaggeration as the leaders come off turn 4. There are only 6 cars.
Oh my God.
They turn centric drivers right up.
Well, that sucks. That really sucks.
Austin Dillon were under caution. What a mess on the back straightaway. From all of these cars that all got tangled up in a crash into turn number 3, as Mike Bagley called it just a moment ago, it looked like Austin Cindric was the first one that got turned sideways. We are hearing word that the red flag is going to come out because there is a lot of cleanup work to be done here. And you see all the safety trucks and vehicles that are on the scene attending to the drivers that were involved in the crash in turn 3. Here's a look at what happens. Watch Austin Cindric. Looks like he had slowed up a little bit. Brad Keselowski tried to shove him forward, mistimed it, and then you just see everybody come sliding in. There's another look.
Good news is,
Coming one of the other cars back to the garage area that I believe that might be Mark Truex Jr.
might make for an exciting finish as we're going to overtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see the majority of you have come to your feet and for good reason.
All right, first attempt at overtime. Here we go. Let's go. There it is, coming to the line.
Celebrating, they're high-fiving. This is huge for the single car team to come here and get the win here on the season at Talladega. Mike, congratulations on
House Jr., number 47, single car team. Marty
Stenhouse Jr.
much fun here at Talladega. I don't want to go home. But reality sets in. It is a must. I'm back to the car. Whew. Make this outro quick because there's some beers, waters, and Pop-Tarts that are calling my name, and Sunday Night Football is on in a few minutes. But Talladega Super Speedway. Y'all know how to party. Y'all know how to treat a fan. Infield area, yes, it's a bit of a more of a premium. I paid like 80 bucks extra for that, but to get access to all the garages and be able to walk on the track itself, and the $4 beers and the $2 hot dogs and $2 sodas, like, how do you beat that? Because when you are on the actual grandstands, they are a lot more expensive. But the fact that you get so many freebies with a Sunday Cup Series ticket, like you get a free concert, you can also get some free camping around the track with purchase of a Sunday ticket. That's how I was able to afford to come here and save a lot of money on a hotel, which was really awesome. Also, like, the racing in Talladega, like, it sells itself pretty much. That's why it's made legends such as Earnhardt, Gordon, Petty, Keselowski. Even though today Brad Keselowski was a bit of a weapon, he always is on a weapon on these super speedway races. He does not know how to gently push someone, which caused the big one for this one. It took out so many drivers, including my boy Chase Elliott. A lot of people are sharing the same sentiment. Camp out all this weekend for a Ricky Stenhouse victory? Whatever. That's restrictor plate racing for you. Well, super speedway racing. This was a lot of fun. Talladega, this is awesome. I would go back again in a heartbeat. I recommend it to anybody to put on your bucket list. I don't know what else to say because I'm heated up a little bit. I'm burnt a little bit, y'all can see. But anyway, thanks for watching this one. Let me know what other sports venues, whether it be stick and ball or motorsports, you want me to check out. Preferably United States and Canada, since where my life is taking me next year, it'll be a bit easier to do stuff in the United States and Canada. I'm not ruling out international stuff at this point. Yep, if you like this type of stuff, subscribe, watch another video of mine on this channel, and as my best friend Daniel Arias says, unplug, go do something legendary. See y'all next time. Shake and bake.